It's the first year of the Ryan Walters era, a lot of turnover, so you can expect some growing pains from the Boilermakers. But did we expect a performance where Purdue just couldn't make any stops down the stretch whatsoever?
From LA to Piscataway, all Big Ten all year long. This is Big Ten 10.
There's growing pains, and then there's concerns. I think there were some growing pains in this game. It's going to be natural when you turn over as much personnel as Purdue did in the offseason, not only on the field, but on the sidelines. You're going to have some of these hurdles to kind of get over, especially early in the season. This Purdue team, I believe, is going to get better as this season goes along. But as it pertains to this game against a good group of five team, by the way, the defending Mountain West champion Fresno State Bulldogs, and they might do it again this season. This appears to be a really good and explosive offense for the boys from Fresno, California. But if Purdue wants to be in some of these games in the Big Ten this season, boy, that pass defense needs to improve, especially that last drive really stood out to me after Purdue gains all the momentum. You grab the interception, you hit a big play down the field, you get into the end zone. And then Fresno State just proceeds to just march all the way down the field, and Purdue just couldn't get a stop. It was third downs for me. It was third downs that was the backbreaker in this game that probably cost the Boilermakers a shot at winning their very first game of the Ryan Walters era, especially those third and longs. Those are backbreaking momentum plays, especially for the offense to keep that momentum going and keep that confidence. And then especially on defense, it kind of halts any momentum that you get with a third down stop. Those were key in this situation. Those were key in this game, those types of situations. If Purdue can get those stops in this football game, they come away with a victory. I firmly believe that, but this defense needs to get better because there's going to be some good passing attacks. There's going to be some good offenses in the Big Ten. And I believe Ryan Walters and Kevin Kane are going to get this defense better, but the first time out against a good passing attack, I think that was a little bit of a tough draw at home in West Lafayette for the Purdue Boilermakers right off the bat. Another thing that Purdue needs to do better, man, you need to run the football up the middle. You need to be able to do that in short yardage situations. Remember last year in that game against Penn State to kick off the season, I believe they had the lead 5-6 minutes to go, and they didn't run the football. Bring in a new coaching staff, new coordinator, new everything, and this is still a team that struggles to run the football up the middle. You've got a really good back in Devin Mockabee, but I think it's the interior right now of this offensive line. Remember, Gus Hartwig was not playing this game. He was injured in this game. I think that was a big loss. That was a big subtraction up front. I think that might have caused maybe what happens, a cause and effect. He's out, therefore they had a tough time kind of running the football up the middle with Devin Mockabee. Man, it's not being able to stop Fresno State on third and long, not being able to get those 1 yards, those 2 yards in very key situations. They are going to, when you play in the Big Ten Conference, there's going to be times where you get in a 5-minute, a 4-minute offense where you need to run some time off of the clock. And if you can't do that, you could have trouble winning games and holding on to leads late in the games. All right, let's get to some positives here for the Purdue Boilermakers, because I think there are some positives to take away. So many years, going back to Rondale Moore, to David Bell, to Charlie Jones, there has been a number one wide receiver. And the big question coming into this season for the Purdue Boilermakers was, who's going to be that guy? I think in game number one, they found that guy in Deion Burks. He made the big plays over the top, the long pass, especially late, that set up that late touchdown. And then early in the game, the first touchdown, where he catches kind of a short pass, breaks a couple of tackles, puts him in the spin cycle, and takes it all the way to the house. I think Purdue found their playmaker on the field on the outside in Deion Burks. And coming to the season, a lot of people were focusing on TJ Sheffield, and there were some other guys that were kind of mentioned, but Deion Burks, if game one is any indication, he could be that next number one wide receiver for the Purdue Boilermakers. Hudson Card, I thought, was pretty good. This is an offense and really a defense, a team as a whole. They're going to get better as things go along, but remember, they still have to play two Power 5 teams out of conference and one of the very one of the most difficult Big Ten schedules out there. Purdue is going to get better, folks, but this is certainly not the way you wanted to start the Ryan Walters era in West Lafayette.
Thanks for watching Big Ten Ted, where it's all Big Ten all year long. Make sure to like the video to spread the word of Big Ten Ted to the masses, and subscribe to the channel for updates on Big Ten content that drops every day.